So welcome everyone. You are at the free webinar, Building Business Relationships on LinkedIn. And this webinar today is being brought to you by my company, CueCamp. And we're going to go ahead and get started here. We have a few hundred people that are attending today, so we want to make sure that we give everybody a chance to get logged in and situated. Today's session will be recorded, and if you do have any questions, you can type them in your upper right-hand chat box. And when we get to Q&A at the end of the session, we will end the recording, and we will go ahead and do Q&A. So I wanted to do just a brief introduction to who CueCamp is and myself. My name is Michelle Sherritt, and I am the VP and co-founder here at CueCamp. And CueCamp is a web design, social media marketing, and marketing creation company. So as far as web design goes, we redesign websites. We design websites from scratch for new businesses. We do revamps of websites. Lately, we've been getting a lot of projects where companies are merging and acquiring other companies. And so we need to take all of that data from other websites and to put it into one website. So we also do that. Our parent company, Situated Research, does usability research and testing. So what that means is that we actually bring users in to test things like websites, software, and video games. So every website project that we do throughout the entire process, we have users testing it, and we also have our experts testing it as well to make sure that the website is user-friendly, the menu navigation makes sense. It's an e-commerce site. It's very simple for the checkout process, the shopping experience, etc. We also here at CueCamp do social media marketing, and so usually after we redesign a website, we will then do the social media marketing campaign, and that's a 6-month campaign minimum. And we go ahead and we post to your social media platforms on your behalf. We post to Facebook, we post to LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, etc., whatever platforms you are on. We also comment on any comments that come through, and we also give you a monthly report so that you know exactly what was posted, what the comments were, what the reach was. And then at the end of the 6 months, we reevaluate the marketing plan that we came up with for you, and then we decide how to move forward. And then we also do traditional marketing materials. So we can do logo design, brochure design, video design, business cards, etc. Any kind of print materials that you need, or digital materials for your business for branding and marketing. So today's session, we're talking about building business relationships on LinkedIn, and how do you do that? LinkedIn is way more than just a job seekers tool. It has become one of the most powerful platforms for business-to-business marketing and relationship building. So it can be used to build and promote both individuals and corporate entities through well-crafted pages and social interaction. So as with other social media platforms, content is key. And visual, interactive content with a hook, solid structure, and clear call to action is key to your success on LinkedIn. LinkedIn, since it's such a powerful tool for prospecting new clients, finding jobs, and making industry-specific connections with peers, it's important to have a presence on there and to have a good one. It also serves as a business-driven social platform to discuss topics that can position you as an expert within your field, which is very important. So just real quickly about myself, again, my name is Michelle Sherritt. I'm the VP and co-founder of CueCamp and Situated Research, and I'm a leading internet marketing expert within our company that maximizes our online presence for our customers through social media, web design, and other digital marketing initiatives. CueCamp is based in Naperville, and we've helped thousands of local and nationwide businesses create world-class websites and effective social media marketing campaigns. So if you're interested in anything that I've discussed, or you visit our website, just simply send us an email. So for today's webinar, we're going to discuss crafting personal LinkedIn pages. So utilizing researched keywords, not only for SEO, but also so that we're found within LinkedIn to show off our expertise. We're also going to look at how do you choose LinkedIn groups to join, and we'll be talking more about LinkedIn groups. We will also be talking about creating a professional image, so a profile picture, group memberships, your work, education history, etc. Just basically creating and beefing up your profile. We'll talk about how to engage other members and businesses. We'll also talk about how to craft LinkedIn articles and good visuals to share your brand. We'll also talk about how to showcase examples of your work. And then lastly, we'll talk about when to post updates, links to your website content, and how to create good calls to action. So I'm going to switch us over now to our Google Chrome. Okay, so there we go. So you should see my LinkedIn profile. That's what should come up. So if you're not seeing that in your upper right-hand corner in your chat box, just let me know that. And then we'll try to fix it, but it should be working. We do webinars all the time, and for some reason GoToWebinar has been a little glitchy lately. So that's something that we need to look into as well. Okay. All right, so, and we still have, like I said, I think what did we have? 650 people who signed up today. So I have about 400 and something right now signed in, and they're still trickling in. So you guys will all get the recording. So don't worry about that. Okay, so just a real quick check though for everybody who's just logged in, because there was a bunch of people. In your chat box in your upper right hand corner, if you can hear me and you can see my LinkedIn profile, just type the word yes, and then I will know that we're doing good. Okay, great. All right, so majority are saying yes, so that's good. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's look at LinkedIn. So one reason why we're doing today's session is because I belong to a few different groups in my local area. And a lot of people have voiced that they're not too sure why they need to be on LinkedIn, if they need to be, and if they are, how to be effective on it. So I tell everyone that they should all have a solid profile on LinkedIn. Even if you don't have your own business, if you work for a corporation, you should still have a solid profile, because it is a job-seeking tool as well. And I used to be in HR for many years, and when LinkedIn came out, we stopped asking for resumes and we started just strictly looking at LinkedIn profiles. So you have to make sure that you have a presence on LinkedIn. It's that powerful of a tool. So what we want to make sure for our profiles, when we're looking at our profiles, are a few things. First, we want to make sure that we have a good, solid background photo. Now, some of you might log into LinkedIn and your page does not look like mine. LinkedIn has gone through a revamp of the look and feel of their platform, and they've only taken it out and given it access to a handful of people. So they're beta testing right now. We, of course, were chosen as one of the companies to be allowed for all of our people's profiles to look like the new format. So yours may not look like this, so don't panic. especially if you're not on LinkedIn a lot, or you're not on LinkedIn at all and you're new to LinkedIn, you won't have the new profile or the new look and feel. So it's going to be different. So if you do, get into LinkedIn, you have any questions, you can feel free to contact us. I'll give you my contact information at the end of today's session. Okay, so the first thing, like I said, you want to do is start from the top and work your way down. The nice thing about LinkedIn is when you first start a profile, and I wish I could show you this, but I already have a profile, but it walks you through kind of like a tutorial. So when you create an account and you get started, it'll take you through each section of the profile. And you just simply fill it out. I mean, it's pretty elementary, it's pretty basic, it's pretty simple. But I can take you through the areas right now. So you want to make sure that you have a really good background image here. It can be anything that represents you, your expertise, your business. I own 2 businesses. And for LinkedIn, I really want to focus on my situated research company, my usability firm. So that's why this is here. This needs to be changed out though, because my tagline, as you can see, my profile picture is now covering it. It wasn't like that with the old look and feel of LinkedIn, so it worked perfectly. But now this needs to be changed out. So that will be done, in the next couple of weeks when our graphic designer gets to that. The next step you want to do is to make sure that you have a really good profile picture, really professional profile picture. If you can get a headshot, awesome, great, do it. Otherwise, try to find a picture that's professional. Don't have your kids in the background. I see family pictures a lot. That's not professional. Shows that you're a family person, but really, this is your profile. So we want to see your face. I chose this picture because at the time, I'll be completely honest, I always felt that all of my pictures had a double chin in them, and this was the only one that didn't, so that's why I picked it. Now, I was pregnant with twins, so now that I've had them, I've lost the weight, I'm going to get a professional headshot, so this will be changed. But for right now, that works. You have your name. You have the names of your businesses or business. You also have your education and then what area you're in. So if you're in Chicago, you're going to pick Greater Chicago area. This 500 plus here are how many connections I have. So I have over 500 connections within LinkedIn. So the next section is a little brief, like I would say a paragraph or 2 about yourself, your expertise, your business. Mine's a little bit longer just because situated research does so much, but I actually had someone write this up specifically for LinkedIn. There are many talented writers out there who can take what you do and write it in a way that is professional. You don't have to have someone write it for you. You can just put a paragraph and say, I do blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter, but this is mine, and it can be as short or as long as you want. So I have that there in my specialties for my business. The next section is any media that you want to put in here. So that can be videos that you've done. It can be marketing materials that you have for your business. It can be, what else? Any posters or designs or PowerPoints that you've done for your business. I simply put my 2 business brochures. So we have our CueCamp brochure and our situated research brochure. And it's kind of nice because if you click on it, it'll come up. I can actually view the source. I can print it out. You can see exactly what it looks like, etc., which is nice, and view it that way. Okay, so then this middle section, once you get established on LinkedIn, I have an all-star profile, which just means that every section is filled out on my profile. And every time you log in, let's say you create your profile, you don't have a description for your business or you left out a piece of information, the next time that you log into LinkedIn, it's going to prompt you and say, hey, you didn't finish this, or hey, this section's missing. You didn't put in your education, etc. So it'll always help you. It'll always walk you through the process as well. It'll also tell you how many people have viewed your profile. And if you upgrade your account, meaning that you don't have a free account anymore, you actually pay for it, you can see who those people are that have viewed your profile. That can be very important, especially if you're trying to get new clients, new customers, or even if you're job seeking. You can see exactly who's viewed it, because then you can click on that person's name, go to their profile, and message them. Say, hey, I saw that you looked at my profile, blah, blah, blah. And then you can look at how many people have actually looked at your feed. And it's just like Facebook, but we'll go to that after we're done with the profile so that you can see what that looks like. So next section is your articles. These are articles that you have posted on LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, what you can do is you can create a professional looking article. And I'm going to show you how to do that a little bit later on. So any blog posts that you write for your website, I would say also post within LinkedIn. So it's on the LinkedIn community. Link that article back to your website so you get that traffic to your website. However, publish on LinkedIn. And I'll show you in a minute what that is and how to do that, but we'll click on one just real quickly so that you can see what an article looks like on LinkedIn. So this is an article that I published. It's tips on creating an awesome dashboard user experience. And so we picked a good image and we wrote up our article. I'm not going to go into the details of this because I'm going to actually show you how to do that in just a moment. But all of your articles are there. So through your articles, you can get followers. So right now we have 2,600 followers waiting for new articles to come out all the time. So that's good information for you as well. You won't, of course, have this when you first start out your profile, but you'll create it and you'll build this up. The next section is experience. So I have CueCamp here. So it's like your resume. So with your job title, name of your company, when you started, how many years have you been in business, a little snippet about your business, any media that you want to share. So I shared an article that we wrote. I also shared a video that we did, a webinar. I could share all the webinars here. I could put a link to my YouTube channel so that they can see CueCamp's YouTube channel and see all the past webinars that we've done. It gives you many options to put here. Next, I have situated research. So we have that here as well in our media. We have a webinar that we did. We also have a paper that we wrote, so that's here as well. And then I put I used to live in Hawaii, so there I started my own business as well, and so of course that ended when I moved back to the States, but I have that here too with a piece of media as well. And then I have my education. Now a lot of people say, I don't want to put my education on there. Maybe they just have a high school diploma or they're not really too happy about the bachelor's degree that they got, or it has nothing to do with the position that they're in now. I still say fill it out because people want to see that, and especially if you're ever job seeking, that needs to be on there. So I, of course, I have my education here, and you can, fill that out. They ask for all this information. You can put whatever you want to fill out, and whatever you don't, just leave out. That's fine. The next section is featured skills and endorsements. And so people say, well, why is this so important? I actually put 26 different areas and skill sets. And the reason why this is important is because if someone hires me to build a website And they're like, okay, well, she's been in business for 9 years, blah, blah, blah. She did this in Hawaii for 5 extra years. So she's been doing this for almost 20 years. Great. But do people like her work? Should I, are there any testimonials? This is a great feature here on LinkedIn because it's endorsements of your skill set. So 23 people have gone to my profile and endorsed me. And what that means is they've clicked, and these are the people who have clicked. And you can even then connect with these people and say, hey, you worked with Michelle at CueCamp. What was your experience like? Why did you endorse her on LinkedIn? So 23 people, not a whole bunch. Not everybody endorses everybody. You try to get clients to do it and go on LinkedIn. Some of them are like, I'm not even on LinkedIn, so that's an issue. But you can kind of see that, and then you can see the top endorsements as well. So my top endorsements are social media, user experience, and marketing. And I could add more, but I felt 26 was probably good enough. So you can do that as well. But it just helps to kind of back you up with your expertise. So the next section is any recommendations. So, and this is something that I need to work on because this was done in 2011. This is my mother-in-law. We redid her website. So, she wrote a little recommendation, but it would be nice to get clients to actually write recommendations on here. I would say have anywhere between 3 to 4 recommendations, kind of just like we do testimonials on websites, and we say have 2 to 3 testimonials on your website. Same thing goes for LinkedIn. Just helps to back you up as well. So, and some of you might be like, wow, you preach all this stuff, but you're not doing it yourself. That's because I'm helping all of our clients. And yeah, I haven't been on my LinkedIn profile for a while, which kind of made me nervous today to do today's session, but so many of you wanted this session. So I thought, hey, I can show I'm human too. So, but don't worry, our clients are all filled out. They're all good. All right, so the next section is accomplishments. So this is where you can put publications. I've actually published a few publications, and you can see those here. I've co-authored some for conferences, etc. So that's all here as well. I was in Signs of the Times magazine for an article about making your website a growth engine. So that was kind of cool. So you can then click on see publication. You can actually see that publication. And so that's kind of neat as well. If you don't have publications, don't worry. If you're just a regular person, you don't publish, you don't need to put that. You could put awards, you could put acknowledgments that you have here. If a local paper did an article on you, you could put that here. Or you don't have to put anything. It's completely fine. The next section is your interests. So these are companies that I am following. There's just a handful. And so those are going to show up here on, oh, what happened? Okay, so they're going to show up here under interests. Kind of just shows that I'm involved on LinkedIn, shows what groups I'm involved with and what companies, so kind of backs my expertise a little bit more. So this naturally will just happen. You don't have to do anything on your profile. Once you start following companies, it'll just automatically fill in here. Okay. And let's see now. For me, there's new features. So I can put in volunteer experience. I can go in and do new skills. I can put in accomplishments, so see publications, certifications, any courses I've taken, projects, awards, patents, test scores, languages, organizations, etc. So you can fill that out as well. So let's see now what I want to go over. Let me go back to the PowerPoint here. Okay, so creating and beefing up your LinkedIn page, you also want to utilize those keywords. So keywords Let's talk about that real quick. I have specific keywords within my page, mostly right here in my introduction, so that I am found on LinkedIn when people put in keywords. LinkedIn's just like its own search engine, so within itself, just like Facebook is. So if I type in certain keywords, my profile will come up. So you just simply want to make a list of the words that you'd want people to type in to find you, to find your company, and make sure that those words are within your profile. It's as simple as that. Okay, so we talked about creating a professional image, your profile picture, your work, your education history. Now, and we showed also how to showcase examples of your work. So that was here in the media section. Now we're going to talk about groups. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So within LinkedIn, what you can do is you can add yourself to groups. So I can go to Discover. I'm sorry. Let me go back here. Hold on one second. This is a new, like I said, a new platform for me. So bear with me for just a moment. This actually just changed like 2 days ago. So, okay, so I can go to my groups. Okay, so in my groups, I can see all the groups that I belong to. And within LinkedIn, you can belong only up to 50 groups. You can belong to no more. You can also create groups, which I don't recommend doing just because it's a time commitment. So groups that I manage that I own on LinkedIn are these groups right here. So this is groups that I manage. So Naperville Business Network, I'm in Naperville. So we are actually, if you search within LinkedIn for groups to join, and you type in Naperville, our group's the #1 group now. We have the most members now. Trying to see, let's see how many we have. Yeah, 1,900 members. So this is a group that we started. Our logo design, everything. We created this whole group, and it's strictly just for Naperville business owners. We did this because we wanted to be in control of the group. We wanted to start the group. It was right when LinkedIn started, so we wanted to make sure that we were the owners of the group. And so we only allow specific owners of businesses within Naperville. They have to live in Naperville. We can go back. We have a Western Suburbs networking group, which is all the Western suburbs of Chicago. That's our group as well, and I think we have 300 people. That was a group that we started. We have Brookfield Business Network in Wisconsin. We have a usability group. We have an Oak Brook Business Network group and a Chicago area business network that we started as well. So these are all groups that we started. And then these are all groups that I'm in. And these groups are to help me with my business. So obviously you want to choose groups that help you with your business. So when you do a search for groups, those keywords that you're putting in, businesses will come up that follow those keywords. So I wanted to be in a group with entrepreneurs. I wanted to be in a social media group. So I'm in a couple of those. I wanted to be in a marketing group, a mobile app development group, because for our company Situated Research, we develop apps. Augmented reality and immersion, that's for Situated Research. Gaming, Situated Research. So I joined all of these groups. So I'm in them, and like I said, you can belong up to 50 groups. I shouldn't have any pending groups. Okay, I do. Because this has been a while. So when you request to be in a group, the group moderator or the group owner should approve you or not approve you right away. This has been a while now. So I will withdraw my request because this has been a long time. So they're just not on the ball, which means I really don't want to be in that group anyway. Okay. So, so these are the groups. So you can go ahead and do a search, figure out what groups you want to join, click join. Very easy to do. So within the groups, you can start conversations once you're a member. You can view all members. You can invite others to come and join the group. The big thing is that you can look at conversations. And if you are job hunting, you can look at jobs that are posted within the group as well. So for our group here, Paul posted this post here about 2 hours ago. And so if we want to read the post, we can just simply click on it. There's links, etc., probably to his website. But if we wanted to post something, we just simply start a conversation here. Your profile picture will pop up. You can put in your conversation title. So the first thing that I say to do when you first join groups is do an introductory post in each of the groups that add you. So just say, introducing myself. And then write a little snippet. Say, you know, my name is Michelle Sharon, and I am the VP and co-founder, yada, 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 yada. And then I can put a picture if I want, and I can post it. One key thing, though, in everything that you write in LinkedIn, make sure that at the end of the post, you put the URL to your website. Some kind of contact information. Well, it's going to pull it up just like it does on Facebook. But make sure that you always do that, because the whole point of being on social media is to get traffic to your website and to get your business known. So a great introduction, email, any type of, not email, I'm sorry, posts that you put on LinkedIn, make sure that you link your website to it. And if I don't want this to be my image for this post, I can just click that, and then I can click add an image, and I can add whatever image I want, which is nice as well. So I would say when you first start your account, you first start joining groups, do an introductory post to each group that you belong to. It's a nice introduction. You get familiar with how to post within LinkedIn. You get comments right away. It's kind of nice. So that's how you do that. So those are the groups. I'm just going back. And that kind of shows you how to engage as well with other members and businesses. So if I'm within my Naperville Business Network group, I click here. Oh, it's mad because I entered this. Hold on. Okay, so if I, oh, what's this doing? You have entered content on this page. Will you continue? Okay. Okay, whatever. So you can reply and say something and then post, and then you've commented on here, and within your feed, which I'll show you in a moment, you'll continue this conversation, and you'll see other people contributing and responding to what you've posted, etc. Just make sure that, for one, on social media, you don't argue. If you argue, do it from an educational standpoint, meaning that you have things that back up your claims. Otherwise, be quiet. Don't post anything, especially within LinkedIn, because you will look stupid, you will be called out, and people remember, and you probably will be kicked out of groups. So just don't do it. Unless you're pretty adamant about something, you know the answer is right, you have things to back yourself up, then post it. It's not like Facebook where you're posting political views and that kind of thing. Don't do that either. Just stay away from it. For one, it makes you look super uneducated, and people lose faith in you. And the whole point of LinkedIn is to show off your expertise, and that's what you want to do. And you don't want to deter from that. Okay, so that is groups. So if I go back to my profile, and I go to, what did I want to do? Oh, my feed. So if I go to home, now what's going to happen is it has my profile data right here. And then here is where I can share an article, a photo, or an update. So we're going to get into when to post, what to post, etc. At the end, but I guess we can do that now since we're here. So I say to post on LinkedIn at least twice a week. So for our social media marketing campaign that we do here at CueCamp, we post on Facebook and LinkedIn twice a week for our clients. Instagram, we do Monday through Friday because Instagram is just totally a different platform. They want to see more of a presence. If you post more than twice a week on LinkedIn or Facebook, you start to get annoying. You also start to kind of repeat yourself because there's only so much material that you can share. And you don't want to constantly be popping up on people's feeds or they'll stop following you. So with that being said, this is where you can post content. Again, you can post articles, you can post videos, you can post articles that you find on the internet that support your expertise and what your business does, or any kind of helpful tips that would help people who are following you. The thing with social media, and it's not just with LinkedIn, is that not only do you want to show off your expertise and show that you know what you're doing, you also don't want to hard sell on social media. People can look at your profile, see what you do, see what you sell, what services you provide, etc. But they want to know that you're their go-to person for whatever industry you're in. And meaning that you want to be helping them until they need your service. You want to be providing good tips, good articles for them to read on topics, etc. So showing that you want to help them, not just hard sell them. And I'm just going to come out and say it, Rodan and Fields, I can't take it anymore. I have unfollowed everyone on my Facebook list that sells it because they do not know what they're doing with social media. Yeah, they're all great. They're Lexus achievers, etc., whatever. But they're hard selling to their friends. They're hard selling on Facebook, and it doesn't work. What's working for them is putting it out there, what they do, and then doing their shows and things like that at people's homes. That's what's working for them. Social media is not working because what they're doing is bombarding everyone's news feeds with crap and information and things. Not even information, it's all about their products. There's no helpful tips on there. It's all about their products. So if you're like me and you're sick of seeing that kind of stuff, you don't want to be that person on LinkedIn or Facebook or any social media platform for that matter doing that. Our usability expertise and actually surveying people shows that that doesn't work. People stop following you. They get pissed. They don't want to see it. So make sure that you're not that person. So same thing on LinkedIn. So don't hard sell. Don't put specials, etc. Give tips, give helpful information to the people who are following you. So this is also where you can write that professional article that we talked about. So you just click write an article. And they give you a publishing tool, which is so cool because it makes your article look so professional. They have editing here. They have headings. You can put a photo here. So I'm just going to pick something. I don't know. No, I don't want to put a family picture, but here we'll put our little ad for our website. We'll say how to build a website that works. Something, I don't know. You can write here, da, 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 da. You can put headings. You can put images, you know, etc. You can make it look very professional. You can save it. Let's say you only get halfway through writing, you get interrupted. You're going to work on it the next day. You can just save it. It'll be saved. Or you can hit publish, and then it gets published. What that means is it then goes onto your feed, And then it then goes on your profile, and then it's searchable through LinkedIn as well, which is really cool. So we can go back to my profile, and we can see I've done 20 articles. And you can see the analytics too. You can see, okay, 55 people actually clicked on this article. 131 clicked on this article, which is cool. And then if you upgrade your account, you can actually see who clicked on your article and then contact them and say, hey, I saw that you were interested in this topic. Would you like to learn more? So it's lead generation as well. You can see how many people liked the article, any comments, how many people shared it. And again, anything that you post on any social media platform for that matter, make sure that you're somehow linking to your website. So for this one, we offer a free marketing analysis video, which links to our website. So if you click this, it goes to our website, hopefully. Yes, great. So we did a good job there. So yeah, so that's how that works. I also added the hashtag because we do have a hashtag for our business. You could put your contact information there as well. It's just really helpful. Okay, so let me see what else there is to go over because we're at the 140 mark, so we've been here for 40 minutes. Okay, so we talked about crafting a good solid LinkedIn page and utilizing those researched keywords. We talked about LinkedIn groups and how to join LinkedIn groups and what groups to join. We also talked about creating a professional image, profile picture, group memberships, and your work, education history. We talked about how to engage other members and businesses. Actually, we didn't talk about that. So let's actually talk about that. So not only do you create your personal profile, you also create a profile for your business. So let me show you here. So CueCamp. So this is CueCamp's LinkedIn page. This is important because remember when we looked at our personal profile, the interests category at the end of our profile that showed the businesses that we follow, the groups that we follow. You want people to follow your business as well. So you create a business profile. And so you put your company logo, your information, if you have employees, link them up as well. And you fill out, and again, LinkedIn takes you through this process. They're going to say, give us a little spiel about your company. What are your company details? How long have you been in business? How many employees do you have? What's your specialties, etc. So that's how you can do that. It's very easy. You just create it and you're done. I can show you situated researches. So we'll put that up. So we've got situated research. We've got a spiel about the company. You know, a little bit more about the business. We've got some connections here. Some of our employees connected like they were supposed to. Some haven't. Here's a client that we just did. Let me see. We just created this the other day. So, and we have some notifications, so we need to follow up on those. But this is Worley Furniture here in Naperville. We wrote a little spiel about the company. We also put some blog posts here. We have one connection, so we need to get that up as well. But they have 7 followers, which is good for just being up for 2 days. So that's good. And then it shows all the posts as well. So all of the articles that Worley has written are in here too. So it's just good to also have a business profile. So that was something that we did not talk about. Let me see what else. What else do I want to share with you guys? And how to create a company page. So you go, well, again, yours might look different, but it's under work. Just create a company page. And then it walks you through that process. So I can show you some other things within, since we went over anyway, and I haven't seen anyone leave, we can kind of go through some other things. So we can go through our network. So our network is how many people we're connected to. and then how many people those people are connected to. So let's say, so I'm connected to over 2,500 people, okay? And I can see all those people. I can click see all, and then I can actually be like, oh, okay, Michael, I want to send you a message. And then I can send him a message. You know, I have this great business opportunity. Maybe we could work together, yada, yada. I don't know. And then hit send and send it to him. But the cool thing is that, let's say I am connected. So let's say I am connected with Michael, and I want to get connected with someone else. Let's say Nicole here is not on my list, but I really want to connect with her. Because she's a second connection with Michael, she's connected with someone I already know. Michael can give an introduction and say, hey, I know Michelle. Share it, she's great, yada, yada, whatever. Or just say a generic LinkedIn message saying, I know Michelle, share it. So that way Nicole trusts me and will talk to me within LinkedIn. That's important too. So connections are very important. That's why they call them connections. I can click on Michael's page and I can see his profile, and I can see who's viewed his profile, who's connected to him, etc., and get introductions that way as well, by seeing connections. And then I can say, okay, well, he's connected with James Scott. Awesome. I want to connect with James too, so I can hit connect, and then I get connected because we're both mutual friends with Michael. So that's kind of neat too. Connections is important as well. I have some invitations here that I need to accept, so I will have to do that too. Let's see, what else? Jobs, if I was searching for jobs, would be here. Any messages? So once you're connected with someone, you can send messages to one another. Even if you're not connected, let's just say, I don't know. I'm just going to type in John and see what comes up. No. I don't know. Someone I don't know. Okay, Kelly Jones here. Okay, so that's interesting because, okay, so she's friends with some people that I know. Okay, so let's say I want to connect. I can send an in-mail to her. And an in-mail is basically mail within LinkedIn, where you can send messages to people that you're not connected with. And for that, you have to have an upgrade plan, which I do not. So I will go back. The cool thing, though, that you can do is, instead of sending a message, if you don't have an upgraded account, is you can just click connect. And it's going to say, they're more likely to accept your invitation if you send a personal note. Always add a note to someone that you don't know. So you could say, you only have 300 characters, so it has to be short. Just say, we have a connection through blah, blah, blah. I'd love to connect with you. My business is yada, yada. And then send the invitation. They're going to see it here in their messaging portion. And then they can go ahead and respond to you or not respond. So you have all those here as well, which is kind of nice. You also have notifications, which is nice. So you can see people's birthdays. You can see when they've gotten promotions, so when they've changed a job posting. You can see comments within conversations that you've started within groups and see responses to those. You can see who's viewed your profile, all of those great things. So LinkedIn really, it's about connections. It's about building your business, and that's kind of how you do it through LinkedIn. So let me see. I think that's it. I think we hit every point. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint presentation. Whoa, what happened? Hold on. Okay. So let's make sure that you guys see my last slide here. Okay, great. So I want to thank you all for attending today. Again, we had 652 people who signed up, and we had about 620 that showed up, so that's great. Again, we're CueCamp. My name is Michelle Sherrod. I'm the VP and co-founder. There's our phone number, web URL. Again, we do web design, social media marketing, and we create marketing materials for businesses. So if you're interested in any of that, go to our website and email us and contact us, and we'd be more than happy to help you. So what we're going to do, the webinar should have ended at 1:30. We're going to end the recording right now, and then we'll go ahead and do Q&A. So let me go ahead and do that.